Hello guys, welcome back to Mr. English Talks. Today we are going to talk about a topic that many people feel, but they don't always say out loud. The topic is, why smart people have less friends. Maybe you are one of those people. You think a lot. You read, you observe, you ask deep questions. But when you look at your phone, there are not many names in your chat list. When you go to a party, you don't feel like you belong. You may even ask yourself, what is wrong with me? In this video, I want to tell you something very important. There is nothing wrong with you. In fact, there are many reasons why smart or deep-thinking people often have fewer friends. And many of these reasons are completely normal and even positive. First, let us make something clear. When I say smart people, I am not only talking about people with high grades or high IQ. I am talking about people who think deeply, who notice details, who ask why, and not only what. They can be good at science, art, business, or even just understanding people. Maybe you are that type of person. You see the world in a different way. You feel things strongly. And sometimes that makes it hard to connect with many people at the same time. Let me start with a simple story. Imagine a girl named Sarah. Sarah is very curious. She loves to read books about space, psychology, and history. She enjoys quiet evenings with a good book and some music. In school, she is not very loud. She is kind, but she doesn't like gossip. At lunch, other students talk about TikTok trends, fashion, and who likes who. Sarah listens, smiles, but inside she feels empty because she wants to talk about big dreams, about life, about ideas. After school, most students go out in large groups. Sarah usually walks home alone, puts on her headphones and thinks, why don't I have a big group of friends like them? Am I strange? Now, from the outside, people might think Sarah is lonely because she is shy or boring. But if you sit with her for 1 hour, you will see a beautiful mind. She will blow your mind with her thoughts, her imagination, her questions. Sarah is not broken. She is just different. And this difference is one of the main reasons why many smart people have fewer friends. Reason number 1 is that smart people often care more about quality than quantity. They don't want just any friend. They want real connection. They want friends who they can trust, who understand them, who respect their mind and their heart. They are not happy with fake smiles, shallow talk, and temporary relationships. They would rather have 1 or 2 true friends than a crowd of people who don't really know them. This doesn't mean they are arrogant. It simply means they value deep connection. When you value deep connection, you become more careful about who you let into your life. Reason number 2 is that smart people usually dislike small talk. Small talk means simple, light conversation like, how are you? Nice weather today. Or did you see that show? Small talk is useful. It is like a door to start communication. But many smart people feel tired if the whole relationship stays at this level. They want to go deeper. They want to talk about purpose, about the future, about fears, hopes, and real problems. They want to explore ideas. But many people feel uncomfortable with these deep topics. They prefer to stay on the surface. So, what happens? The smart person feels bored in many social situations, or they feel like an outsider because they are thinking too deeply for that group. This can make them stay quiet, and others might think they are not friendly. In reality, they are simply not interested in endless small talk. Reason number 3 is time and energy. Smart or ambitious people often focus a lot on their goals. They love to learn, to build, to create. Maybe they spend hours reading, coding, writing, drawing, practicing music, or working on a business idea. This type of focus is powerful, but it also means they have less free time. And friendship needs time. When you try to work on your dreams and maintain a big social circle at the same time, it is very hard. So many smart people choose a small group of close friends and give them real attention, instead of trying to be everywhere and know everyone. Their day is full of thinking, planning, and growing, and at the end of the day, they simply do not have the energy to talk to 10 different people. Reason number 4 is that smart people can see through fake behavior. They notice lies, manipulation, drama, and games very quickly. If someone is only nice when they need something, the smart person feels it. If someone talks badly about others behind their back, the smart person thinks, one day they will do the same to me. Because they see these patterns, they protect themselves. They step back from toxic people, from drama, from gossip, from unhealthy groups. Of course, this is good for their mental health, but it also reduces the number of people they are close to. The more clearly you see, the more carefully you choose. Reason number 5 is that some smart people are introverts. An introvert is someone who gets energy from being alone, not from being with many people. It does not mean they hate people. It means social situations use their energy, and silence gives it back. Many deep thinkers are introverts because they enjoy spending time with their own thoughts. They are happy reading, walking alone, listening to music, or working in a quiet place. They may love people, but they can only handle social time in small doses. This can look like they have fewer friends, but actually, they are just more selective and need more time alone to recharge. Reason number 6 is that other people sometimes feel intimidated. Intimidated means they feel small or not good enough. When someone is very smart, curious, or confident, other people can feel scared, even if the smart person is kind and humble. Maybe the smart person uses deep words, or asks strong questions, or is very good at something. Some classmates or coworkers might think they are too serious, or they are too perfect, or they will judge me, and they keep distance. So the smart person is not trying to push people away. But people keep space because of their own fear or insecurity. Now, I want to say something very important. Being smart or deep thinking is not an excuse to be rude, lonely, or to reject everyone. It is also not a guarantee that you will be happy. Intelligence is a tool. It can help you build a beautiful life, but only if you learn to use it well. So it is good to understand why you may have fewer friends, but it is even more important to learn how to create strong, healthy relationships with the right people. Maybe you are watching this and thinking, yes, this sounds like me. I have trouble making friends. I get bored with small talk. I feel different from most people around me. I often sit alone. Sometimes I feel okay. Sometimes I feel very lonely. Loneliness is real, and it can hurt deeply. So let us talk about what you can do, step by step, to live a life where you are both smart and connected, where you can be yourself and still have meaningful friendships. The first step is acceptance. Accept who you are. If you are a person who likes deep talk, if you enjoy learning, if you need more alone time, that is okay. You are not wrong for wanting quality instead of quantity. You are not weird for preferring a quiet night with a book instead of a loud party. Many people in history and many successful people today are just like you. They are not everywhere with everyone, but they have a small circle of people they really trust. Accepting yourself removes a lot of pressure. You stop forcing yourself to fit into every group, and instead, you begin to look for the right group. The second step is to open small doors. Yes, you don't love small talk, but small talk is the door to deep talk. It is like a bridge. You usually cannot start a conversation with, "What is the meaning of life?" You begin with, "Hey, how was your day?" Or, "I like your t-shirt," or "What music do you listen to?" For smart people, this can feel fake or boring, but it doesn't have to be. Think of small talk as a test, a way to see if the other person might be a deeper friend later. You ask simple questions. If you see they are open, kind, curious, then slowly you can talk about deeper topics. But if you reject small talk completely, you might miss many good people who are just waiting for someone to open the door. The third step is to join the right places. Many smart or deep-thinking people feel alone because they are standing in the wrong room. Imagine you are passionate about science, but you only spend time with people who hate studying and only want to party. Of course, you will feel different. Of course, you will feel like you don't belong. The problem is not you. The problem is the environment. Try to find groups based on your interests: a book club, an English speaking club, a coding group, a debate club, an art class, a music group, an online forum about your favorite topic. When you join spaces that match your passions, you suddenly meet people who think a bit like you. It becomes easier to connect because you already have something real in common. The fourth step is to practice vulnerability. Vulnerability means showing your real feelings, your fears, your doubts, your dreams, instead of wearing a mask all the time. Smart people sometimes hide behind intelligence. They give correct answers, make smart jokes, and always look strong, but inside they are scared, sad, or confused. When you never show your soft side, people cannot get close to you. Deep friendship grows when two people are honest about their inner world. You don't have to tell your secrets to everyone, but choose one or two people you trust and open your heart more. Say things like, "Sometimes I feel alone," or "I worry about my future," or "This is what I really care about." You will be surprised how many people suddenly feel closer to you, because they also have similar feelings. The fifth step is to respect differences. Yes, you may be a deep thinker. Yes, you may be very intelligent. But your friends do not need to be exactly like you. They don't need the same test scores, the same taste in books, or the same level of analysis. They need to be kind, honest, loyal, and willing to grow. Sometimes, smart people judge others too quickly. They think, "Oh, this person doesn't read like me," or "They don't know about this topic, so we cannot be friends." This is dangerous. You close the door before you really know the person. Some of the best friends you will ever have may be very different from you in some ways, but they will stand with you when life is hard. Intelligence is not the only value. Heart matters too. The sixth step is to manage your expectations. No friend will understand you 100%. No one will always say the right thing. Even the smartest, kindest people make mistakes, forget things, get busy, and sometimes fail you. If your standards are too high, you will always be disappointed and alone. It is good to have standards like honesty, respect, and care. But it is not fair to expect perfection. You are not perfect either. When you allow some space for human mistakes, you give friendships a chance to grow. The seventh step is to take small social risks. Many smart people live in their head. They think and think and think, and they wait for the perfect moment to talk to someone. But in real life, connection grows through action, not only thought. Say hello first. Ask one more question. Send the first message. Invite someone to a coffee, to study together, or to join a group. Yes, you may get rejected sometimes. Yes, not everyone will respond. That is normal. But each small risk opens a chance. Over time, these small chances can turn into strong friendships. Now, let us go back to Sarah. Remember her? The quiet girl who loves books and feels different from her classmates. One day, she decides to join a small science club at school. On the first day, she feels nervous. Everyone is new. The teacher asks them to work in pairs. Sarah turns to the girl next to her and says, "Hi, I'm Sarah. Do you want to be partners?" The girl smiles and says, "Sure, I'm Aisha." They start with small talk. Which grade are you in? Do you like this school? Then they talk more. Why do you like science? What do you want to do in the future? Sarah shares her dream of working in space research. Aisha says she loves technology and wants to build apps to help people. They both get excited. Over time, they study together, share worries, laugh, and support each other. Sarah still doesn't have 20 friends, but she has one true friend now. And that one friend makes her feel seen, valued, understood. This is the power of accepting who you are, choosing quality over quantity, and taking small social steps. Being smart does not have to mean being lonely. It can mean choosing your circle with wisdom. It can mean building fewer, but stronger, deeper, more beautiful friendships. It can mean using your intelligence not only to solve problems on paper, but also to understand people, to forgive, to communicate, and to love. So, if you look at your life and see only a few friends, do not automatically feel like a failure. Ask yourself, are these friends real? Do they support me? Do they respect me? Do I feel safe with them? If the answer is yes, then you are already rich. And if you still feel lonely, then use what we talked about today. Accept your nature. Open small doors. Join the right places. Be a little vulnerable. Respect differences. Lower impossible expectations. Take small risks. Step by step, you will find your people. Remember, it is better to walk with one person who truly cares about you than to walk with a crowd who would leave you when things get hard. Smart people often have fewer friends not because they cannot make friends, but because they choose more carefully, feel more deeply, and see more clearly. And if you are this kind of person, your task is not to become like everyone else, but to learn how to be yourself and still stay connected. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me today. Tell me in the comments, do you feel like a smart person with fewer friends? Which part of this video felt true for you? I read your comments, and I love hearing your stories. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.